Kamloops Centre.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On the weekend, hundreds of Kamloops residents, women, men, and children, all rose up and made their voices heard about the critical shortage and crisis in OBGYN services in Kamloops, looming with the resignation of 7 OBGYNs, the whole complement in Kamloops, over the next few months. Can the ministers please explain to this House, and most importantly to those residents of Kamloops, what exactly the plan and the timeline is to solve this crisis?
Minister of Health.
Thank you so much, Honourable Speaker. Thank you to the member for the question and his continued advocacy for people in his riding and in the surrounding region. Mr. Speaker, we know that these OBGYNs have submitted their resignation letter and that Interior Health is working closely with them on a transition plan. And to be clear, anybody who is expecting a child, has an imminent birth coming, is facing an at-risk pregnancy should always present at the Kamloops Hospital, at the Royal Inland Hospital, to receive care there. Mr. Speaker, Interior Health continues to work with this group of physicians on a transition plan. They have 90 days to undertake that work, but they are at the table, they are listening, they are talking to each other. Mr. Speaker, at the same time, Interior Health continues to recruit and is talking with up to 12 physicians who may choose to move to the Kamloops region, because we know that women and their families need the security of the care, the services that they need, and we are determined to support Interior Health and these physicians as they work together to resolve these issues, and that we can provide that secure, long-term continuity of care for people in the region.
Member supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, it's not just myself that keeps saying this has been going on for years. It's not just the 7 OBGYNs from Kamloops that say this has been going on for years. It's actually now a letter that the minister has got in hand of 130 OBGYNs as a signatory to the letter, saying that they support the 7 OBGYNs in Kamloops because they've been prompted by untenable and unsafe working conditions and a lack of meaningful response from the health authority and government. We have also raised alarms about this looming maternity crisis, only to be similarly dismissed, say the 130 OBGYNs. Surgical wait times will grow, care for high-risk pregnancies will be disrupted, and existing providers, including those outside of Kamloops, will be stretched even further. When OBGYNs are undervalued, so too are women and their health across BC. So I'll ask the minister again, what is our plan for OBGYN services, not just in Kamloops, but the whole province?
Minister.
Thank you so much, Honourable Speaker. And again, this is why the work that Interior Health is doing with this group of physicians and more broadly is so important. To hear the concerns, to listen to them, and my message to those doctors, to Interior Health, is I expect them to be together, to work through at the table, to work through some of these issues. Mr. Speaker, it also speaks to some of the bigger issues we are seeing in the strain of the healthcare system and facing a shortage of physicians in this province. That is why we have taken such extraordinary steps, like opening up a brand new medical school in Surrey, Mr. Speaker. Like continuing to streamline the credentialing of physicians who come from other jurisdictions who choose to work here in British Columbia, Mr. Speaker. This is the work we have to do to continue to strengthen and bolster not just OBGYN services, but other specialty services, family practice, primary care, Mr. Speaker, because that is what British Columbians need and deserve, and that is what this government will continue to prioritize and work on every single day.
Member second supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, it's almost like the OBGYNs never get listened to by this minister. We raised concerns about the 12 phantom new OBGYNs last week. The letter raises concerns, and yet in her first answer today, the minister clung to these 12 OBGYNs coming in as new recruits. Here's what the letter says from 130 OBGYNs, including the Vice President and the past President of the Society of Obstetricians and Gynecologists of BC. And it says, the provincial OBGYN community is small and closely connected. We are alarmed by the short-sighted reliance on locum physicians as stopgaps and an unrealistic plan to recruit 12 new OBGYNs to a community where current staff have been unsupported and exposed to unsafe working conditions. The use of these short gaps, stopgaps, rather than negotiating fairly with the current OBGYN group has not gone unnoticed. We will not be participating in these temporary coverage plans or in the supervision of new hires under these conditions. That's 130 OBGYNs, not a politician speaking. What does the minister have to say to that?
Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Those negotiations take place at a table, not here in this House, not during question period. That is why it is so important that Interior Health continues to sit down with these OBGYNs, with other OBGYNs.
Members.
Because it is...
Member. Shh. Minister will continue.
Mr. Speaker, first and foremost, the priority must always be the patients, the families, the people. It is my expectation of these physicians, it is my expectation of Interior Health that they will come together to talk through these issues, to undertake the negotiations that are underway right now, holding the patient at the center of the work they do. I am confident that if they do that, they can come together. And Mr. Speaker, my commitment to them, to Interior Health, is to listen to them, is to support them, and to do everything that we can to support maternity services, not just in Kamloops, but in every community across this province.